Full moon tonight. Strawberry moon, right?
Yeah, a super moon closer to the earth than
Super moon. Well, welcome everyone on the broadcast here at the Temple of Clarity for our Tuesday meditation. We're tuning into what is on the agenda
Full moon tonight.
on planet Earth right now. What do we
Strawberry
need
moon,
to
right?
adjust, correct? Super moon. Well,
For the
welcome
collective
everyone on the
move
broadcast into a higher here at the Temple of
understanding and
Clarity
dimension.
for our Tuesday meditation. I think I have. We're tuning into what? Okay, fix that. That's happened a couple times, more than a couple times. Anyways, today I was at Donovan State Prison for the fair where there was games, races, a talent show for the prisoners. Some who have been in prison since they were 18 and some all their lives, pretty much. One person told me we served them ice cream with strawberries and pizza. So somebody said they hadn't had a strawberry in 30 years. So he was staring at his strawberry, just looking at it, and he said to me, I haven't had a strawberry in 30 years. And he had 2 strawberries in his bowl, and he was looking at it, and he says, I'm about to, have my first strawberry in 30 years. And I could see that he had done some inner work. He had come to terms with his crime. He was in a car where apparently there was a drive-by shooting. He was in the car. He didn't shoot the gun, but because he was in the car, he had been in prison since he was 18. And he's 30 years later. Yeah, he was an African American.
well, that's why.
And I looked at him and I said, you'll be getting out soon. Because that's what Spirit said to me. And he said his eyes got really big, and then he had his strawberry.
Big day.
So the direction I feel we should go for when we make contact with Source, let us all remember that there are people trapped in a matrix of a society that imprisons people unjustly, and that needs to be corrected. And we can bring a justice and a freedom as we input into the higher mind of the infinite what we see and what needs to be corrected. When we input in our meditation what is wrong with the world as far as what we've witnessed with chemical ads, pharmaceutical ads, people that are buying into the fear consciousness. All this can be corrected as we stand in the fire of the truth of what is real, immerse ourselves in the absolute, emanate out to the collective, our brothers and sisters, who we're all tied to, and then see it, believe it, and know it. It's a gift that we can give to humanity. It is our joy to bring to light these things that are amiss. And when someone who comes to you and you see the injustice, you hear the injustice, there is a door that we can insert the light that is all-knowing, all-loving, correcting that darkness. So before we begin this meditation, I'm going to play a piece of music called The Ground. And in the music itself is the prayer of the soul. As we ground ourselves with Mother Earth, our beloved Gaia, Earth herself is a small part of the universe, a small part of the Divine Mother. And the universe is a small part of the infinite. Many infinite universes, the totality that we cannot comprehend. The little things that we can change will bring a great light to every place that exists. That is our goal. That is our vision. Enjoy this piece of music. Hear the inner message of being grounded and flying high. Coming back. In the name of the Christ, the clear light eternal, the sun behind the sun, the pure essence of life that is and always is. Awaken now in the hearts, minds, and souls of those who are asleep, those who are lost in the mind noise, the Mayic delusion, the not self. Let them see anew. O holy ones, step through the veil. We open the door. For this new light, this holy fire to clear away the noise, repolarize, and restore back to its divine essence what can be given and transformed this day.
Testing. Great. Thank you for that beautiful meditation with the Divine Mothers and the universe. And I looked up and I saw in the face of Lady Master Venus in this beautiful painting by Marius Michael George of the mantle. And she prompted me to tell you that there is going to be a wonderful opportunity in Montana in a couple of weeks at Boulder Hot Springs, is what it's called. It's in Montana. It's 30 minutes outside of Helena, Montana. And Alpha and Omega will be the keynote speakers, but also Lady Master Venus and Sanat Kumara will be there. Helios and Vesta will be speaking, and many other masters. It is an opportunity to really assist the earth and yourself. They are primarily coming to save the children. As we all have observed and know, there are many things going on that are just not good. And they have come to save the children of earth. This is all of ours opportunity to participate. You can participate online, or you can get in your car and go for an exciting road trip to Montana. They're staying at Boulder Hot Springs, there's camping, there's hotels, there's a wonderful mineral hot springs up there that will no doubt be heavenly. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention. If you're interested, go to www.heartcenter.org or com, and it's called Dream Big. Let us all dream big for the children of earth and for ourselves, that we will all come up higher a little more this day and every day. So that's what I was prompted to share. Does anyone else have some sharing?
Well, I really want to begin with thankfulness and appreciation and gratitude for all the great ascended masters, and for Dennis for his inspiration for the Temple of Clarity and the Heart Center, and being just such a amazing steward of this energy and this place for so long, and everyone here in person who just anchors so much energy, and each one of you that is bringing through these unique vibrations and understandings and energies through the composition of your soul and your chakras and your bodies. It just makes it really, really rich. I have been able to travel all around the world and be in very powerful power places and vortexes, and I just want to assure any of you who are tuning in who are new, this is as high as any place you'll find in Sedona or other places. So thank you. And part of, Dennis, when you're leading the meditation tonight with all the ascended masters, one thing that I was really feeling and sensing my attention being drawn to is the very special time of awakening that we're in. It's so unique in human history that, these masters and avatars, these Maha avatars, great avatars, like a Lord Krishna, had never been human, right? It's an avatar, is the descent of God into form. So here he is taking a human form, this, great Lord, Yogi Christ of India, and helping India be this fertile ground for centuries. And then, on the earth, the Christ was Maitreya for a millennium before Jesus ascended to the station of Christ consciousness, the Christ for this earth, that, every planet with sentient beings and souls has a Christ consciousness, a Christ, an initiator of awakening. And then in this time we have, the first human, Jesus, to become Lord Christ of this earth. We have Mother Mary, this, right, a woman becoming ascended Master Mary in the same lifetime, Queen of Angels, Mother Mary full of grace. We have this awakening of humans to such a high level that is unprecedented. And the temples like this, the great masters who bring in the process and healings and techniques and meditations to help us do this is, part of this great cycle, the dawning of the age of Aquarius. The difference in the age of Aquarius is this accelerated possibility of us reaching these higher and higher levels, right? As Jesus said, these things and more you shall do. And it took me a long time to form even a basic understanding of that he didn't mean by next Tuesday. He meant, a couple hundred more lifetimes, maybe. But, it's just so, it's such an amazing time to do these meditations, do this work, know that it's so accelerated, and this is exactly what is called for. And this just perspective of the possibility of waking up to those higher creative powers is real. And we feel it and we see it. So I'm just so appreciative of you, everybody here, and this opening that, that this brings for people.
Christopher, I was going to quickly ask you about the strawberry moon and what the significance.
I meant to mention that. That was part of what is so special right now. So we have a strawberry supermoon. This is the second supermoon of this year. It means the power, the energetic transmissions of the moon are as strong as they get. The supermoon is when we're closest to the moon. Remember that the moon is reflecting the light of the sun. So you have this divine masculine, the solar logos, our sun soul, connected to the central sun of this galaxy, right? The central sun. There's a wonderful mantras. May the light of 1,000 suns shine through. Right? The central sun to our sun soul, to our crown, through us, and then the divine feminine, the moon, reflecting that in that intense, powerful solar masculine light. The moon transforms that into polarized light, right? Very, very different. So this intelligence, the logos of the moon, sending this divine feminine in, controlling the tides on Earth, the weather on Earth. The moon is so, so important, that just as important as the sun. And then anchored into the earth, Divine Mother, right? Divine Mother, divine feminine aspect of Creator, Mother Mary, all the forms of the Divine Mother, her heart center in the center of the earth. And then here we have this full moon, big waves of energy. Remember, everything that's transmitted, your cell phone signal, radio, is carried on carrier waves.
Point the mic a little
little closer? Okay.
Well, point it at it. It's
Point at it.
directional.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be right in front of you, but
All right. So carrier waves, right? Waves on the ocean, your cell phone signal, radio signals. The waves carry the vibration, the information, the transformative power. So now we have the moon amping that up, supermoon, stronger, 7 planets, each one with a planetary logos, each one with an energy and a purpose, lined up as well. So any of you who are experiencing wow, this is intense, right? It's bringing up wonderful inspirations, and it's stirring up these karmic issues, right? Not stirring it up for karmic punishment, but for resolution and light and love and grace. So if you're feeling intense things right now, it's exactly what's meant to happen. So all 7 planets, plus the full moon, plus this awakening time, it's really special. We did a meditation here last night, Monday night. We really delved deep into it, and I still feel that combining today. So you can go out and look at the full moon. It's called the strawberry full moon. What was coming through for us last night is to imagine a strawberry, all the beautiful reds and pinks, almost into the almost pinkish white, that's just like Divine Mother's heart, this whole spectrum of reds and pinks and whites, like all these rose colors. And the strawberry, too, is covered in seeds. So what we're receiving holographically, all these rays of reds and pinks and pearly whites from Divine Mother with covered in seeds, right? Seeds that are meant to grow and create even more strawberry plants, more strawberries, more seeds. It was like this wave of, golden mean, Fibonacci number sequences. How does the universe replicate like a nautilus shell, right? Tiny little chambers in the middle, then bigger and bigger exponentially, but it's all That Nala shell is strong, so that next exponential place is strong, and the next one. So all these energies is really assuring us every place we build like a chambered nautilus of love, unconditional love, confidence, like it exponentiates bigger and then bigger, and it's so, so solid. So we're all on this path of masters in the becoming, and it's accelerated. So like, all these levels, we have a Bhagavan Krishna, this avatar, this Lord, super high vibration, right? And then what does that call into being? Mahavatar Babaji, right? This, living thousands of years, who's focusing that energy more specifically into things like Kriya techniques. And then how does that knowledge shell grow? Babaji says, I am going to, reawaken my disciple, Lahiri Mahashaya, whose day is coming. And then what's his purpose? To be a high-level guru, saint, but a householder in a busy place, not in the Himalayas, not in a cave, right? Say we're bringing it in more and more and more. Krishna, Babaji, living in the Himalayas, manifesting his body anywhere he wants. Lahiri Mahashaya, who had countless lives in the caves and the Himalayas, but now it's time, be a householder in Benares, and then turn into like a flower on the earth where this fragrance and this sweetness attracts the bees, right, and the hummingbirds, and then other disciples. Then Sri Yukteswar, right, Yogananda's guru, Lion of God, this literally like blacksmith of spiritual forging, right, who then Yogananda comes, and to Sri Yukteswar, who really forges him into this being who can unite East and West and come to America. And that, to me, it's this beautiful sequence. And Yogananda described it like being in his master's presence, unconditional, but this relentless hammering away and chiseling away of every ego habit, personality habit, bad habit. To me, it's like a blacksmith. And Yogananda's willingness, love of Divine Mother, makes him like this molten steel, right? And just bam, bam, like that. Then here he comes, uniting East and West, and then we have our teachings here. So just knowing that we're really part of this process, that we're being awakened, that all the angelic realms and the masters, they really see us in the same way. Right? That Krishna saw Babaji, Babaji saw Lahiri Mahashaya saw Sri Yukteswar, Yukteswar saw Yogananda. More and more practical, more and more into householders. And here's Dennis, a householder in San Marcos, California, right? You're not off in some remote place. The same kind of function and purpose, and it's a lot. It's a lot.
Well, we're all holding our own space here with joy.
Yes.
Thank you, Christopher. So the 7 planets that are aligned in the moon, there must be a gigantic high tide or something going on somewhere.
It is, and every one of those planets is adding to those carrier waves. Mercury has its own vibration, energy, logos, intelligence. So does Venus, that divine feminine. And you think of it, Mercury so close to the sun, so hot, right, radiating like that. The Greeks and the Romans, Mercury was that god fleet, right, feet, wings on the feet, this messenger, this fast. Then Venus, goddess of love, divine feminine. And here's Venus closer to the sun than us, really hot, the brightest object, right, in the night sky other than the moon. The first thing we see, the sun sets. Last thing we see at dawn, this divine feminine Venus. Then the earth that, like Goldilocks, not too hot, not too cold, right? And then Mars, masculine, right? But Mars is on the other side of the earth. So here's this balance. Mars masculine, Venus feminine, the earth right in the center of creation, and then the other planets add their own. So all of these are being mixed in, deep awakening at many levels. It's a wonderful time to see, what are you receiving from Divine Feminine, Divine Mother? What does the moonlight, the moon energy bring you right now at this high tide? And do you get any other inspirations from these other planets. They're literally all pulling together like a rowing crew in the boat, right? They're all rowing together right now.
So we should really be paying attention to what is reflected back to us in our lives, if I'm hearing you right, and what we're receiving, maybe in our thoughts and our dreams, and because it's a powerful time. Everything means something.
It really does, and relationships will naturally be shifting, just like the planets have their elliptical orbits. So a big part of this is, as relations are shifting around you, some moving a little closer, some a little farther away, to really not take it personally. It's just their energies finding the right orbits around you, and the more that we hold like Divine Mother, Heavenly Father, Friend, Beloved God, Angelic Realms, Higher Self, let the orbits of all these other soul family relationships just find their natural orbit around me, right? Then we're not pushing or pulling, we're not taking it personally. It's just that everything's moving and evolving, right? And so we get in the rhythm with it. And what I just said, I know that sounds like a nice New Age platitude. It sounds simple. It obviously is not, to not take these things personally. But then that's part of the bringing up our issues to be cleared and refined and let go. It's like, oh, I am taking it personally. I'm feeling hurt or not cared for enough or not important enough or neglected or not respected. And so, yeah, but that's me, right? That's me having those feelings and thoughts. What can I lift up in that, and how can the angels and masters help me evolve? I mean, when we look at the lineage of gurus, they had such loving care and deep attention from these masters they lived with, they studied with, right? They're in their hermitage or their cave. And one of the things, one of the disciples that had to leave Sri Yukteswar's ashram, Kumar, Yogananda says even masters have this softness in their heart for certain souls. It's not logic. Like Kumar was just this bad boy, right, in the ashram. But Sri Yukteswar loved him. Then at one point, Sri Yukteswar had to ask Kumar to leave the ashram, and a tear, right, was dripping down his eye. And Yogananda said, Master, you're one with God, you're with Divine Mother, and yet a tear is falling from your eye. And Sri Yukteswar says, yes, we all form attachments, and now the rough world must be his guru and teacher. And he said, and when you're aligned with the masters, they give the teaching first and the test after, right? Like you learn and then you're tested on what you learned. And Shusha said, the world is a rough teacher. It gives the lesson first and the teaching afterwards. So anyway, I'll stop there, but when we align with the masters like we do in our meditations, we're getting the teaching first as kindly and gently, lovingly as possible, and then the test after we've had a chance to study and practice, which is, as we all know, way better than the opposite.
Yeah, don't take things personally. That's one of the, is that the 4 agreements, right?
Yes. Yeah, I think it's
be
the first
impeccable
one.
with your word. Don't take anything personally. What's the other 2? Well, those are the 2 I remember.
Yes.
Those are powerful. So much going on. We have to really pay very close attention to energy, to messages. I'm always looking at license plates now because, like I'm reading, it's like some sort of cosmic code in people's license plates. I'm seeing 444, 333, 111. All those numbers are coming up. And I go, that never happens. It's a billion to ones. You can see that, 2 days in a row, 3 days in a row. What are the odds of things like that? Those angel signs are there for a reason. Figuring out what the reason is a big thing.
Thank you, Christopher. That was really good. I agree with everything you say, and I I think it's important to have those moments, you know, of whatever it is. And because then you recognize whatever the negative is and attempt to replace it with that gratitude, with that love. And I mean, that's how you have to learn. You experience it. You have whatever befall you that makes you feel whatever less than, or but then you can see that eventually, you know, it may take you a few hours or whatever, but that you'll see that is your lower self, you know, trying to be the driver, trying to be in charge. And once you see it, then I feel like we have that wonderful opportunity to say, no thanks. I don't have to let you drive the car. I'm in charge. I can be joyous. I can be loving. Even though something hurt me, it's just let it go. Let go and let God and move on. And easier said than done, indeed. But that is the keynote of this time for me personally. And I think that it's a tremendous acceleration time. Tremendous time for growth for all of us. And not necessarily fun and easy, but you know, there are people that do make it look a lot easier, you know. And I think joy is the key. And what I would really wanted to say is that, you know,
Lisa, doesn't the moon actually amplify emotions?
ooh, sure does. And the full moon.
How
so
does
much
that
more. Well,
work?
you know, it's just observing your emotions, you know. The relationships you were talking about, that certain people just push those buttons, you know, and they are your best friends. You know, you can find out that just plain anger, you know, whatever, injustice, you know, why aren't you doing it my way? And it's okay, you know, no point in, you know, beating yourself up because everybody's got it and you just see it and you go, maybe we ought to scrape that off the plate, you know. And I think it's a really valuable time. It has been for me, and I'm grateful. And so I think a lot of people are going through it, evidenced by, we were talking about it earlier, the rivers in Yellowstone.
Oh, I heard about that.
They are overflowing their banks and chewing up the roads. Literally, you can't even get to Mammoth. I used to live there. And they've closed Yellowstone National Park. And it's probably going to be closed for a while because there's just no way you can get into it in the northern, through the northern access through Gardner, Montana. So, you know, waters, emotions, we were talking about that, and it's the moon. It's probably amplifying all these things that are happening, and people are losing their homes, and, you know, it's shocking. And it's all part of the upheaval and the alignment. I mean, all these planets lining up. I didn't realize that. That's great that you brought that to our attention. It's a very unique time to be alive and be here, and however painful, irritating, uncomfortable it may be, if you can try to get above it and see that it's really, God is still there, whatever you want to call him. And to me, God is the virtues: love, gratitude, peace, harmony. If you can stretch for those in the midst of that emotion that you're feeling that may not be those things. So that's my 2 cents. Lori, would you like to share something with us?
Sure. If somebody had a male loved one pass recently, he's here trying to talk to whoever that is. If somebody had a loved one that passed recently, a male loved one that passed recently, he's here trying to talk to whoever that connection is for.
Did you get a name?
No.
You don't know who it's for?
No.
Did anybody here have a recent passing of a male?
It might be somebody online too.
Oh, when that happens, should we pray or?
Well, it happens to me all the time. I mean, somehow they see that I can recognize that they're there, and they're sort of trying to attach to my head. If it's for me, then I get information about them. If it's for somebody else, they oftentimes don't want to give me the information, just to pass it on that somebody is trying to connect with somebody who could hear the sound of my voice right now. I asked, it wouldn't tell me. It's for that person. So, yes, that person should just tune in and ask what that message is for them. And I thought that was obvious. Sorry.
Let's see. David says, "Hi everyone." Robert says, "There's a high surf happening right now. I guess because the pull of all these gravitational planets and the moon happening." Nobody said anything about a loved one yet. And
we can say like the surfers, "Cowabunga, surf's up, dude."
right, Calabunga. Well, everybody be on your toes and look at everything with with your spiritual eyes, and find the meaning for it. Maintain your harmony. Be the master in the moment. Be the source of peace for others who are not capable of handling the energies that are coming to our planet and to each of us in this dawning of the age of Aquarius, this spiral that's spinning faster and faster, higher and higher.
And I think, like you started out with, Dennis, it's really important that people ground themselves during this time. Bring the
Grounding,
energy
yes.
through them instead of it getting stuck inside of them.
Right.
Just see it as a river or a stream washing through them
Yes.
down the center of the earth.
Can we give them a couple grounding techniques that you use, Lori?
Sure. All right, let's all do this. Everybody close your eyes. Bring your attention to your first chakra, which is the ball of energy at the base of your spine. From there, make 2 grounding cords, which are about the size of flashlight beams, that go down to the base of your hips. If you're sitting on a chair, out to your thighs, making right angles at your knees, down through your calves, through your ankles, through your feet to the floor. Bring your attention back up to that ball of energy at the base of your spine. Make 2 more grounding cords that drop straight through your buttocks to the floor, through your chair to the floor. So they look like legs in a chair right now. All 4 grounding cords, again, that look like about the diameter of flashlight beams, go down through the floor, through the foundation of whatever building you're in, through the crust, through the mantle, all the way down the center of the planet. There, you're going to need to find a way to anchor them. Mine have the roots of an old oak tree. Other people's have anchors or weights or the latch on a dog's leash. But find a creative way to make them stay down there. This is your energy. It's just like silly putty. It does exactly what it is you tell it to do. So find a way to attach it down there. All around down there is earth energy, which I perceive as molten gold, but you may see it, sense it, feel it a different way. If it was a temperature, it would be warm. If it's a vibration, it would be in the medium range. Tone would also be in the medium range. So that earth energy is going to come up around the grounding cords. It's going to spiral up around them like the stripe on a barbershop pole. It can rise up around them like a water table, or it can coat the surface like icing on a cake. Comes up around all 4 of them, back up through the mantle, through the crust, through the foundation, through the floor. When it gets up to your feet, it's going to fill your feet and toes completely. You might feel a tingling as this happens, or a color change, or you might just know. It fills your ankles, your calves, your knees, your thighs, all the way up to that ball of light at the base of your spine. Meanwhile, it travels up around the other 2 that go up through your okole, your buttocks in Hawaiian, through your chair to the first chakra. It fills it, and it spreads all the way out to the edges of your skin, filling your entire lower pelvic region. Continues on up to your second chakra, which is a little bit below your belly button, filling it and spreading out to your small of your back and your lower stomach area. Comes up to your waist, comes up to your third chakra, the ball of energy that's in your solar plexus, fills it, spreads out to the middle of your back and your upper stomach area, continues on up to your fourth chakra at your heart or in the center of your chest. It's exactly where it's meant to be. Nobody ever needs a chakra transplant. So wherever you experience it is exactly where it's supposed to be. It fills that heart chakra and spreads all the way out to the edges of your chest and your upper back. It continues to spread up to your shoulders, filling them and relaxing them. Your arms are not earrings. Drop those shoulders. It fills your upper arms, your elbows, your forearms, your wrists, into your hands and out each finger, thumbs, index fingers, middle fingers, ring fingers, baby fingers. Follow all 10 fingers back up your arms all the way up to your shoulders and up into your fifth chakra at your neck. Fills it and spreads all the way out to the edges of your skin. Continues on up, filling your base of your head, your jaw, your chin, your mouth, your lips, everything in your mouth, your tongue, your teeth, your palate, your tonsils if you have them. It continues up, filling your lower brain. It fills your nose, your sinuses, your sixth chakra, either in between your eyebrows or in the very center of your head. It's your pineal gland. Again, it's exactly where it's meant to be. It fills your eyelids, your eyebrows, your ears, your forehead, your temples, your higher brain, your sixth chakra, completely filling it, and all the way up the top of your head to your crown chakra where the baby soft spot is. Fills your crown chakra and fountains out the top. Take a moment and experience your connection to the earth. All around you is cosmic energy or universal energy. If it was a tone, it would be higher than the earth. If it was a vibration, it would be higher. I perceive it as silver, but again, you might see it, sense it, hear it, experience it, know it to be different. We're going to ask for the perfect amount of cosmic energy to come gently down into your crown chakra, mixing with the earth energy and spreading out. This is your spiritual center, so it's awakening it even more as this happens. Continues on down into your sixth chakra, again, either at your pineal gland, the center of your head, or your third eye, filling it, mixing with the earth and spreading out. This is your psychic center, your perception, your creativity, your healing ability. Fills your whole head now, awakening that sixth chakra, everything in it. Continues on down into your fifth at your throat. Again, mixing with the earth and spreading out. This is your communication center, your communication with yourself, others, and the divine. As it opens up, it strengthens those communications. Continues on down into your shoulders, relax them even more. That cosmic energy is now going to go down your arms. It fills your upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, into your hands, and again out each finger. Thumbs, index fingers, middle fingers, ring fingers, baby fingers. Follow your arms back up and experience that cosmic energy coming down into your heart chakra. This is where your own special blend of earth and cosmic energy is created. So mix it really well and spread it out 360 degrees as a full ball. Most people's heart chakras look like Valentine's heart, where the bottom half, which is our love for ourself, is very small, and the top half is bulging over our love for others. We want it to be a complete circle, a complete sphere. So fill it up completely, spread it all the way out to the edges of your chest and upper back, and it may extend beyond that. The cosmic energy continues on down to your third chakra, your solar plexus. This is your will and your willpower and where you manifest from. Mix it really well with the earth and spread it all the way out to your middle back and your upper stomach area, giving you more opportunity to manifest what it is you want to create. Comes all the way down to your waist and down to your second, which is an intertube below your waist, below your belly button. Mixes with the earth. This is your emotional and sensual center. So you're opening up your positive emotions and the uncleared negative emotions so you can get rid of them. And also opening you up to your own sensuality. We're all sensual beings, and that's okay. We're meant to be. And it continues on down now into your first chakra, that ball of energy at the base of your spine. This is your survival center. So you're going to mix that cosmic energy with the earth and spread all the way out, filling your whole entire pelvic region. This gives you more access to your survival, so you can create more abundance in your life, whatever that means for you. Then the excess is going to discharge down your grounding cord. So any excess cosmic energy is going to discharge down the 2 grounding cords that go to the go down to your hips, out through your thighs, right angle at your knees, down through your calves, through your ankles, through your feet to the floor. It's also going to discharge down the other 2 grounding cords that drop straight down through your buttocks, through your chair to the floor. The excess is going to discharge down all 4 of them, through the floor, through the foundation, through the crust of the earth, the mantle of the earth, all the way down the center of the planet, where that excess cosmic energy is released. Take a moment and experience your connection to the earth and to the universe. Affirm that all of your chakra centers and all these areas of your lives are open, awakened, and radiating out the divine light in each of those aspects of your life. If you do this every day, you're going to be more centered, more grounded, be more effective, more efficient throughout your day. You're going to have more energy in all those aspects of your life that you're here to experience in abundant ways. And if you do it first thing in the morning, it's going to be wonderful. If you do it last thing at night, before you go to sleep, you're going to sleep better. And here's a tip. So if your life is running you rather than you running your life, nobody knows what anybody's doing in bathrooms. Go into the bathroom wherever you are and check your grounding. Make sure you haven't pulled those grounding cords up around your neck, and go through, either the full experience that we just did, or at least put those grounding cords down and ask that earth energy come up and the cosmic energy come down, and all of your chakra centers becoming awake, alive, and radiant. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and feel vitalized.
Thank you, Lori. I'm going to put that up on the YouTube channel for people to replay when they need to, listen to it over again, practice, practice, practice. Stay grounded, stay in harmony, be the peacemaker, peace emanator. Watch your diet. Make sure that the food is not upsetting you, so that your body temple's happy, clear. And absorb this light. Drink it in. Grow. Say, I am willing to grow in the light. I am open to all the new possibilities, the new love energies, the new peace energies, the new freedom energies, the new truth energies. Expand what we think we know into the infinite. That is the way, Jesus says. That is the way. God bless you, everyone. We will be broadcasting again tomorrow for the Divine Mother Worship Service and Rosary. And on Saturday, we are going on a field trip. Those of you who are local, check out the Facebook and the meetup group times and schedule and carpooling. And you're welcome to come. It's going to be a wonderful celebration and a very powerful experience with this light, this Vastu temple in Chino Hills. You will feel it. You will see it. You will taste it.
A little bit spicy, however.
It's very hot. So expect the unexpected. Good night, everyone.